Right, okay, well, I'll introduce myself briefly because the work that I plan to put out on YouTube isn't about me. Actually, it's kind of about all of us and it's all about the heart. So I don't really want to get entangled with my background. All I will say is I have a 15-year background history as a medium clairvoyant, a healer. I work with the soul. I have 3 years experience in the twin flame union. I do channeling. I'm a hypnotherapist, past life regressionist, and future life progressionist. But everything really I do is about the heart, and that's what I'm passionate about, that's what I'm interested in. And I do inspirational speaking, and part of that is channeling. And the main reason I'm sort of coming out on YouTube, and there will be, we plan for there to be a series of short videos really to help connect people into the energy of the heart and the true being they truly are. I'm hoping very much to use my experience, but also the channeling to get that vibration and that energy across to other people, because it's that helps connect people in and helps to open people up. So it's interesting for me because when somebody such as myself is talking from the heart, the funny thing is, and I'll probably laugh a lot during this, and I'm about to start laughing now, is that we cannot practice, we can't rehearse. I could have had a whole script written out and it wouldn't have meant anything, because if I try to put this out in any form, in radio or on television, any kind of media, when I've rehearsed it through my ego, my brain, the vibration is going to be too low. So I have to literally sit here, in effect, in energy-wise, naked really, vulnerable, and I cannot monitor what's coming out of my mouth because it's coming straight from my heart. When you are communicating with people from that level, and that's the energy we're in now, when we hit 2012, when we hit 2013, and now all the way up through 14, 15, all the way on now. It keeps going, the energy keeps going. We had the opportunity as a soul, both souls within these vessels that we call the human body, but also the collective consciousness. We had an opportunity then to be the best being we could possibly be, to tap into our infinite potential and what we call authenticity. Authenticity sounds like a big fancy word, but all it means is the absolute truth of who and what you are. And then people who may be looking at this that are more connected with their mind would say, well, does that mean just like not telling lies? It's much, much bigger than that. In the physical, practical world that we've been used to living in before we hit 2012, 2013, our perception of what the world was and our consciousness was very much more, what I'm going to say, programmed. And I'm going to talk a lot in these videos. Well, I believe I'm going to talk a lot about this because I don't know till I get on here, until my guides are working with me, until my heart is kicking in like now. But I'm going to talk a lot about this program, so-called holographic reality that we've been living in, as opposed to the true potential and the true reality that we are now living in, which is fifth dimensional. I'm going to talk a lot about Ascension. A lot of people don't understand what Ascension is, and Ascension really is everything that I'm talking about now, which is not going up as in out of your body anywhere. It's going up in your level of consciousness, which is going in. You have to descend to ascend. You go into your heart to raise your level of vibration. So I'm going to talk about that. people will look at me, and that's that's making me laugh again. Sorry, I will laugh a lot because actually that's the best thing to open your heart is to laugh and to tap into love, and I just feel like laughing a lot here. I've also got somebody with me here. I work as a medium clairvoyant, so I'm not loony. But I do have someone with me here, which I'm not going to say who I've got with me here, but this person, she is making me laugh a lot at the moment, and she's obviously doing that on purpose. But to tap into this energy that we truly are, we do have one of the easiest ways we can do that actually, to lift your energy up is to laugh. And a lot of people will say, you know what, in my life at the moment there isn't much to laugh about. You know, my wife's left me, my husband's left me. You know, I've lost my soulmate, I've lost all my finances. People will list all these things and say, well, I don't really have much reason to laugh at the moment. You know what? Believe me, I've been there and I've experienced all those things and on all of them at once. And what I can say to you is sometimes to break that illusion that what we think is a reality, that third dimensional reality, sometimes you have to have everything stripped away. Something that I always say to people is to see the 360-degree view, you have to have all the walls taken down, everything taken away, so you realize that that tunnel vision, 90-degree view, you know, there's a whole bigger picture, and everything about the energy we are in now is this bigger picture. People are backtrack here a bit, you know, because sometimes when I'm talking, I have so much I want to say, and I'm so passionate about it that sometimes, you know, my mind can't catch up, you know, because I'm coming from my heart here, but my mouth is, you know, is coming out before I have a chance to catch up with it, so to speak. But I'll backtrack it a bit here. The reason that I am kind of coming out saying this is that because of an experience that tapped in for me 3 years ago when I actually connected with the twin flame union energy. That, as a result of that connection, that has changed my whole life. It's changed my spiritual evolution. It helped fast track me, but it also triggered a completion within me. As a byproduct of that connection, not only am I much more heart-centered, but I can also seem to help other people get more heart-centered, like a catalyst. I don't know why that's a byproduct, but the easiest way I could explain it is, again, like I'm saying now, you will see me hesitate and I keep looking off, like to the left, and that's because I'm tuning in to source, you know, which is in my heart, but I'm also tuning into the guides that work with me, which is why I might seem a bit distracted. But the reason I'm coming out saying this is that the easiest way I can describe it is that when you are talking from where I'm talking from now, you can't fake it, you can't act it, because coming from here puts out a sound. If there was a dolphin on the beach, a dolphin puts out a sound that we don't consciously hear with our physical ears, but it can be felt in the energy field, in the body, but in the energy field. It's the same kind of thing. There is a unique sound, and we'll call this the sound of your soul, and that can only be heard properly and felt by others when you are coming from your heart. So I could sit here quoting from a book till the cows come home. I could sit here and have all this, you know, spiritual stuff in front of me and read it to you, and I would only affect a tiny % of people, because it actually means nothing if you're not coming from that place of authenticity and integrity with it. There are some powerful, amazing, beautiful, powerful words written by people at the moment that carry huge authenticity with it and a resonance, a vibration, like the dolphin signal. One of them is Jeff Brown. I did a radio interview with Jeff Brown from Canada, who's an author, and he's, you know, has all sorts of spiritual works. You know, you can go Google this guy. And we did a radio interview just last month, and we did that because this guy is very much, everything he does is about the heart, and he had gone through he doesn't call it a twin flame connection, but he doesn't have to, because take it from one that's experienced that kind of thing. It takes one to know one, and he came through something on that kind of vibration, that kind of frequency again. where he went through that experience, and it seems like he had to come out of the other side of it again, and I go through all that feeling of triggering the soul wounds, grief, loss, change, almighty clearing, and again, because he went through that, and I've been through that, there's a vibration, a frequency that gets put out, and when you read this guy's words, even though they are words, it moves you to tears, when this guy talks about the stuff that he's been through. He doesn't talk about it functionally, he actually talks from his heart about it. And that's the difference. If he was to talk in a functional way about it, like a 3D bloke, people would just go, oh, that's a shame, that's sad, whatever. But because he talks the way he talks from his heart about it, it profoundly moves people. One of the most classic ways of seeing when you are talking to someone that's talking from their heart, or being affected by someone that's talking from their heart, or that your heart is being affected, is when you are really moved by what they are saying, and sometimes you're even moved to tears, and that's not because you're sad, it's because it touched something in your heart. And you can find that with a piece of music, a piece of art, not just what someone's saying. And it usually is the creative endeavors, because that's, again, creative energy and creation. Anyway, I'm gonna love you and leave you. This is gonna kick off these YouTube videos, and I'll be back doing one again shortly. We're gonna start putting them out shortly. I will say that when I use the word we, the guy behind the camera who's sitting really quietly, is Kai Thomas, and these would not be possible without Kai's energy, who is all about the heart behind the camera. So we'll put another one out soon. Thank you very much. Bye bye.